people. Ever fearless Nigerian people. Indefatigable Nigerian people. Of the greatest go-go. Of the greatest Bagba. Of the greatest go-go Bagba. Of the greatest go. Of the greatest ga. Of the greatest go. Go. Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom. We say freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Oh, in Nigeria there must be freedom. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. In Abuja there must be freedom. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. This kidnapping no be freedom. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Oppression no be freedom. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom comes by struggle, by struggle. Freedom comes. Greatest of the greatest Nigerian people. Ever conscious Nigerian people. Ever courageous Nigerian people. Ever resilient Nigerian people. Ever intimidable Nigerian people. Dear Nigerians, yet again this morning we are gathered here. We are gathered not to celebrate. We are gathered not to make merry.
Sorry, sir. Calm down. Calm down, sir.
Calm down.
Yes, sir.
Great Nigerian people. Great. We are gathered again once again this morning because again we are gathered here this morning not because we are happy. We are gathered this morning not because we are happy over the development in our country, but we are gathered because we are sad. We are sad as citizens because many people are living in fear and they cannot come out. We are gathered here this morning because when we came to the Unity Fountain, we saw soldiers, we saw police, we saw civil defense, we even saw prison. Look at them. If you look at the number of deployments that has been brought here, you would think indeed that this country is secured. You would think that this is not a country where a DPO was kidnapped yesterday and he paid 3 million naira as ransom. You will think that indeed this country is so secure that all is well with the country. But you see, we like to pretend that all is well with this country. We like to pretend that there is freedom in this country. We like to pretend that Nigerians are not living in fear. We like to pretend that what we are having in Nigeria is a democracy. We like to pretend that the abductions of citizens is not taking place. How can you call the first abductions of citizens, how can you call them arrest? When citizens are now afraid to air their views, a situation where media people are afraid to talk. Look at the Kakaki Social, the guy is on exile. Oyima Amazing. He ran, he's on exile. People are afraid. This morning, people were asking me, Deja, are you sure we should come out? Are you sure this government, they will not arrest us?
The country.
Are you sure? Are you sure they will not shoot at us? Are you sure? I can't come out, oh. They put so much fear in the mind of the average Nigerian. Why are Nigerians so afraid of their government? You remember the words of Thomas Jefferson? That when the people are afraid of the government, there is tyranny. But when the government is afraid of the people, then there is democracy. We cannot claim to be practicing democracy when the citizens are so afraid. Why should citizens be so afraid of President Buhari? Is Buhari God?
No!
Is the police God?
No!
Is the SSS God?
No!
The reasons why security agencies exist is because of the people. You are put here. The reasons why government exists is to provide basic amenities and protection for the people.
Yes.
A government should not become oppressors of the same people they should be protecting.
Absolutely.
Why will you abduct Sowore? Why will you abduct Dadiata? Why will you abduct Jones Abiri? Why will you adopt Stephen Kefas?
Why?
Why will you adopt Stephen Kefas?
Why?
Why all these abductions?
Why?
A media practitioner was abducted in Kaduna last week.
Yes.
What's that his name again? A media practitioner was abducted since last week.
Oh, yes.
And the SSS said that they only wanted him to shed light on some things. And since then, he's still in custody. What kind of a democracy is this? Shena democracy be this. Shena democracy be this. Oh,
People they die like fowl.
Shena democracy be demo nonsense.
Shena democracy be this.
Demo jati.
Shena democracy be this. Oh, where freedom no dey reign. Shena democracy be this.
Demo nonsense.
We call for a protest. Kulu. We call for a peaceful protest. Then you see the government hire crowd. Look at them. And you look at
Weaponize hunger. That's why.
and you look at to begin to wonder. And the government said they are taking people out of poverty. Of course, are they not taking this one out of poverty? Of course.
1,000.
They are lifting them out of poverty.
Poverty of one.
The guy leading them, he was the same guy that led protest to Amnesty Office last week. And they are happy. They are smiling to the back, young men destroying their own future and the destiny of their country.
Yes.
They are happy. They are lifting them out of poverty with 3,000,
Yes.
with 5,000.
What a pity.
What a pity.
We have to do better than this.
Yes.
Citizens should not have to. Why deploy more security than even the protesters?
Yes.
Look at the number of security people that are here.
Pathetic.
Soldiers, police, army, everybody is here.
Yes.
Why deploy so much security for just how many are we?
Yes.
Why all this intimidation? What for? This is done so that we can cower, we can become afraid,
Policy of fear.
so that we'll keep quiet and will not come out.
Policy of fear.
Never.
This government is a joke.
Carry out that perpetual bondage.
And there's something I must say. Why abduct Sowore and lock him up when people like Akpabio have been made ministers? Timmy Silva, Benny Saraki, all these people,
Yes.
they're role models
They are fighting corruption.
of Nigeria. If Timmy Silva can be roaming the streets and enjoying his life and is even a minister, and who knows what, he will soon start giving motivational speeches.
Yes. Sure.
Why not a Sowore who call for a protest? Why not Jones Abiri? Why not Dadiata?
Why?
Why not Stephen Kefas?
Why?
What have these people done? Why criminalize protests? The civic space in Nigeria. I do not know why anybody will criminalize the civic space in Nigeria. Why will anybody say protest is a crime? Why?
Only in Tyranny.
Why?
Terrorists.
So
No,
I-
herdsmen are killing all of us.
Exactly. If the bandits in Zamfara can be threatening police officers right inside government house,
You can imagine.
and the police officers are clapping, and the government is
Sharing them
clapping,
up. Yes.
how much more peaceful protesters? How much more? So we begin to ask ourselves, what kind of a country are we trying to bequeath to our younger children, our younger generation? So at this point, I would like Comrade Raf to please say a few words. Then other comrades will now speak. We will call on Comrade Indekato. She's going to talk passionately about some of the issues that we are being confronted with.
Of the greatest Nigerian people. Of the greatest Nigerian people. Ever courageous Nigerian people. This morning I must appeal to every sensible Nigerian that the problems that we see in Nigeria today are like the battles of the Israelites under Pharaoh yesterday. At a time, the Israelites did not know whether they would be free or not. Because what else can you expect of a man who has been subjugated for more than 300 years? But one day, freedom came, and the tyranny of Pharaoh was no more. And that is the message that I want to send across to every right-thinking, every well-meaning, and every conscientious Nigerian out there. Because you see, our democracy has been turned on its head. What we have now is a democratic dictatorship.
Yes.
Our civil rights, our freedoms are daily being suppressed. And Nigeria has now turned into a festering scar. But you can see all the distractions around. All these distractions are there to make people think that you can decorate a wound that is festering. It is not possible.
Not possible at all.
In this country, we are no longer safe. In this country, we are no longer free. And in any country which practices democracy, where one of us is not free, then all of us are not free. If the freedom of one of us is taken away, then the freedom of all of us has been taken away.
Yes.
And so we must make it very clear to Tyrant Buhari and all his cronies that we, the people of Nigeria, will not be cowed.
Yes.
That the voices of dissent in this country will not be subjugated.
Yes.
That our clamor for freedom will not wane.
Yes.
That it wouldn't matter whether they mobilize 100 people against us or they mobilize thousands of people against us. We will stand regardless of our numbers to say that enough is enough.
Yes.
We will stand regardless of our numbers to condemn tyranny in every way possible.
Yes.
Now let me make something clear. Stephen Keperson has been arrested. Sowore has been abducted. John Sabiri has been abducted. And so many others that we don't even have their name. But you can see that despite these state-sponsored abductions, some of us are still here today.
Yes.
This is to show you the resilience of those that they call Nigerians.
Yes.
This is to show you the spirit of those that are true Nigerians.
Yes.
This is to tell you that no matter how much you try to confine the body of a man with strong convictions, his convictions will overcome.
Sure.
This is
Sure.
to tell you that no matter how much you try to suppress the voices of reason, you will never win.
Sure.
This
Yes.
is to tell you that even if you arrest 1,000 more Sowores, that 1 million more Sowores will rise.
Yes. Yes.
Because our battle is not a battle for ourselves.
No.
This is a battle for the soul of this nation.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is a battle for the
all.
survival of every Nigerian people.
Yes.
This is a battle for posterity.
Yes.
This is a battle for liberation.
Yes.
And so we must make it very clear to our oppressors that it would never matter whether they mobilize the prison service or the army or the navy or whoever. In fact, if they lie, let them go to other dictatorial countries in the world and borrow their soldiers. In fact, if they want, let them go and resurrect Hitler from his grave. We, the people of Nigeria, will never back down. We will not back down until this country is free.
Exactly.
We will not back down until Sowore is free.
Exactly.
We will not back down until Stephen Keperson is free. We will not back down until John Sabiri is free.
Yes.
It does not matter. Once again, I must make it clear. Because you see, one thing that this regime has successfully done is to implant fear in the minds of Nigerians. And so when we call for direct actions, people have to ask themselves, is it really worth it? Should I go? Should I go and face this arrest? Do I even know what will happen to me after then? And let me be sincere with you, because we are all humans. Even I too, I have those doubts because I am human. But for being here, I want to send a message to other Nigerians that in the face of all these doubts, in the face of all these instruments of repression that you see around us, you must never give up your soul. The moment you keep silent in the face of oppression and suppression, then you have sold your soul to the devil. The moment you keep silent in the face of tyrants like Buhari, the moment you keep silent in the face of state-sponsored abductors like the DSS, you give up your freedom for people who are worth less than nothing. Let me make it clear that you, all Nigerians out there, especially Nigerian youth, you must never allow yourself to be distracted. You must never allow your soul and your will to fight for freedom be taken away from you. Because when we are not free, then there can be no justice for humanity. When we are not free, there can be no peace in our community. When we are not free, even the rich is poor. And so, I want to thank you once again, members of the press, for taking out your time to do this with us, with the assurance that we will continue to come out. We will continue to sustain this action until freedom is ensured for every Nigerian people. Greatest Nigerian people.
Freedom come.
My name is Adebayo Raphael. I'm a human rights activist.
Next speaking will be Comrade Intimidates, then Comrade Aria will speak.
Dissent.
Greatest Nigerian people.
Oh, sorry, please. Before Comrade Intimidates begins to speak, she's the Deputy National Secretary of the TIV Middle Force. And so she's there to represent them. Thank you.
Greatest Nigerian people. Greatest Nigerian people. My name is Intimidates, and I'm here to talk for my generation, my people. Many of us here are young people.
Absolutely.
I am 29 years old, 20 years under democratic government. We are a generation of freedom. We are not a generation that has been broken by military rule. And it's high time that we let go of the shackles of our past in military dictatorship. We cannot have 20 years of democracy and it will be like what we have seen in the past in this democracy is the climax of our freedom. That is not possible. We are not going downhill. Right now, we have young people. The modus operandi of criminal abductions and government abductions is the same. When someone is taken, we do not know who has taken. The police people who are gathered here today, we were at their place to protest for 3 of their colleagues. Nigeria has gotten to that level. Nowhere in this country is safe. In any given day, on any given day, at least 10 Nigerian states, record casualty from one attack or the other. Is this not a country at war? Why are we treating this with laxity? Why are we treating this with laxity? Nigerians, this campaign of fear unleashed on us by the government must not succeed. We will come out whether bullets are flying. We will come out despite threats. We will come out even if our friends are disappearing. We will come out knowing that we may be the ones to disappear tomorrow. Every day we will come out. We are not jobless youths. This freedom that our parents had to fight before they got is freedom that we value. We have enjoyed it for most of our lives now. We are not going to let go of it. Any government that thinks that dictatorship is the way will fall under the will of the people. It must fall under the will of the people. We will come out in our numbers every day. This sensitization will not stop now. Nigerians are tired. Nigerians are tired. You cannot put people, those people, they have banned importation of food. You will not have food to eat. They are giving you 1,000 for protest. And you are coming out. They are banning, but the ban does not apply to them. And you are coming out to take 1,000 to support. It doesn't make any sense. It does not. We are a country as if we don't have our history. We don't know where we are coming from. We don't know where we are going. As we speak now, before the end of this protest, you will have heard of the number of people killed in another state in Nigeria. This is not normal in any country. The only countries doing worse than us are countries in full-blown war. They are in full-blown war with other countries. Nigeria, we are sitting here, we are dying in our numbers. Today you are alive, tomorrow you may not be. And people will move on because we are used to it. People will move on because no value has been placed on the life of any Nigerian. Your life is worth nothing as long as you are a Nigerian. This is not the life you signed up for. This is not the life people fought for. Which way? Which way? We have gathered today and we will continue to gather. We will speak for everyone. Our divisions will not keep us. That we will stay and say, oh, it is a Hausa man that is dying. It is an Igbo man that is dying. I will not say anything. We will come out in numbers. And they are benefiting from this division. But Nigerians have started coming out. People are still leaving their jobs to come out to protest. It is only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time before Nigerians will come out and say, shoot me. In our large numbers, we do not care. We have seen people protest like that. We are getting to that point. Greatest Nigeria people! Greatest Nigeria people! Today, the final thing I
It's a mighty song.
The final thing I'll ask for is freedom for Daddy Atta. We do not even know where Daddy Atta is. His family spent Salah without him. Freedom for Stephen Kefas. Stephen Kefas has spent over 90 days in prison. He was abducted from Port Harcourt. They have been using the apparatus of state to keep him without bail. Freedom for Sowore. Freedom for Abirijos who won a case against the government. The government has not paid him, they have carried him again. Freedom for those who are at the state level but do not have national coverage that have been taken. My name is Indicato and I have spoken.
Aluta is a mighty song. It's a mighty song. Abacha bow before him. It's a mighty song. It's a mighty song. Greatest Nigerian people.
Put your mic in front of me.
Leave the thing.
How did this thing go back? How did this thing go back now?
Greatest Nigerian people. Greatest Nigerian people. When the children of God gathered, even the devil was in their midst observing the conversation. So you should not be bothered. When you see Nigerians of conscience, you should not be terrified. When you see Nigerians of conscience gather, and you see detractors who have been commissioned, to speak against common sense in our nation. We shall always have them. We shall always have them. My name is Ariyo Daria Toye, Convener Coalition in Defense of Nigerian Democracy. Today, I am Sowore. Today, I am Daddy Atta. Today, I am Stephen Kefas. Today, I am Jones Abiri. Today, I am every Nigerian who has been oppressed, terrorized, maligned, and clamped down by this very insensitive, draconian junta. First, let me say that we have to come back to the area where we have to appropriately describe the person who is in power. We were deceived that we now have a born again as a president of Nigeria, and therefore we should not use the word general. But I want to tell Nigerians today, in order to further confirm what Professor Wole Soyinka said, that we are back to Abacha days, that today we have to restore from Mr. to General. So Nigerians can know that the person they are dealing with is General, a military dictator. So that Nigerians can know that it's not just an administration, but a civilian junta. So when they hear the word junta and they hear the word a general, so they will know that indeed the human rights are under threat. Like I've said before, we are not ignorant of the fact that we are under an administration that want to have its way without any dissent. This is an administration that is intolerant of the view of opposition. And let me say, we have not gotten to a level where we have threatened dog and babu with soaking blood. We have not threatened a parallel government, which Amechi said. We have not threatened bloodshed, which Malam El-Rufai said. And the person who said dog and babu with soaking blood is the President Buhari. And we have not even gotten to that level. The people today who have locked up have only merely criticized them because of what they did wrong. And we want to tell them that there was yesterday, there is today, and there's going to be a tomorrow. Those who are in power today will not be in power tomorrow. Tell President Muhammadu Buhari that he is just one Nigerian among everybody. Tell General Muhammadu Buhari that he is just one Nigerian among 200 millions of souls. Today we have in Aso Rock a royal and executive president with no monarchical mindset. That is why people are leaving their states to go and pay homage, to go and complain about the security situation in their state. Yesterday, a delegation from Edo State was in Aso Rock. What have we become as a nation? You elected a president that doesn't have a responsibility to you until you have to come to Aso Rock to come and tell him that your state is burning. In the 21st century, you elected that kind of a president. This is unfortunate. This is ridiculous. This is uncalled for. And I want to say, without any sense of regret whatsoever, that this mistake we made is today haunting us as a nation.
Yes.
However, if the people have mistakenly found themselves in bondage, there must also be a way out of bondage.
Yeah, sure.
And that is why today we are agitating our people. We are telling them that they should not give up, they should not lose hope. They should continue to stand up for their rights and insist that justice must be done. We are gathered here today to say that justice must be done to Jones Abiri, justice must be done to Omoyele Sowore, justice must be done for Stephen Kefas, and justice must be done for Daddy Atta. That is why we are here today. And we insist that these people must be free because they are prisoners of conscience and political prisoners under an administration that is insensitive to human rights. Believe me sincerely, the only reason why some of us are here, out there, is simply because out of grace. We are not better than anybody who has died or those who are in prison. We are not better. The casualties are not only those who are dead or those who are in prison. We are all casualties. And today we want to make it abundantly clear to those who are piloting the affairs of this nation that they should kulu temper. That the tsunami is coming.
Yes,
Tell those who are piloting the affairs of Nigeria that the tsunami is coming. They should embrace wisdom, embrace knowledge, to know that tyranny can never reign forever. We had it once in Abacha, we truncated it. Now we have it, we are going to put an end to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Greatest of the greatest Nigerian people.
Great.
First, before we proceed, I would just like to draw your attention to something. I want to appeal to all the media people who are here that please help us try and capture all these security people. The security deployments. The soldiers, you see the soldier trucks down there, everything. So that let Nigerians know what they are putting us through. The fear they are trying to instill in us. Because Nigerians need to know what they are dealing with. Because if we just gather here and Nigerians don't see all this police, all this army, all this fire service prison, they think it's just small thing. Let Nigerians see all the number of security deployments all over.
And here is not Sambisa
the place, and this place does not look like Sambisa Forest. But when it's time to go to Sambisa Forest now, they'll start crying.
No fuel.
They will say there's no fuel. They will say the ammunition is not enough. They will go to their religious leaders to pray that they don't want this transfer. You understand? But when it's time to come now and intimidate comrades, when it's time to come and intimidate comrades, you see their big chest. They start changing their voice. You know who I am, officer so. I am a member of the DSS. I'm a member of the Internal Security, NIA. But when it's time to confront Boko Haram, you see them, they run faster than Usain Bolt. When it's time to confront Zamfara bandits, you see them, they tell you that the rifle is not working. The rifle is not working. But when it's time to slap comrades and confront comrades, you see them, they'll be running like lions.
They remember their training.
Cowards. Cowards, that's what you are. Cowards. If you are man enough, go and end banditry in Zamfara. If you are man enough, stop releasing Boko Haram members from DSS custody. If you are man enough, go and fight killer Fulani headsmen. But you are cowards. You are cowards. Therefore, that's why they will send 400 of you to come to Unity Fountain and intimidate comrades. But far be it that in our lifetime we will be coward. Far be it. Sometimes it can get so discouraging. Many of us feel like giving up. Because there are too many stupid Nigerians.
Too many.
You discover with all these things going on, somebody says Big Brother is more important. Can you imagine? So you just look and say, why am I even doing this? Why am I even fighting? Let me just go home and relax. Because
we're in love with the oppressors.
Because all of us, we can decide to be stupid. So and let Buhari have his way. Let Buhari have his way. Very soon, we are very intelligent. when they finish this their nonsense, we will send people to go and video them when they are sharing the money.
They will soon fight.
They will soon fight over money.
They will soon fight.
We are, see, we are 10 steps ahead of them.
Yes.
Very soon now, we will send smart, intelligent people to go and cover them when they start sharing the money. And they will definitely fight.
Yes.
They fought this money over vest, over t-shirt.
Okay, so in moving forward, I'd like to call on Comrade Andrew to please come and address us.
And of the greatest Nigeria people, ever Konigba Nigeria people, ever conscious Nigeria people, greatest Gbogbo, greatest Gbagba, greatest B, greatest Ba, Kulu. I just want to make Nigerians to understand that we only have one life to live. The moment you forgot to realize that you have one life to live, you will always be afraid. And the moment you are afraid as a man, you will die in nonentity.
Yes.
One thing that should keep you busy, one thing that should keep your memory sharp as a citizen of every country is to always say yourself, what will I be remembered for?
Yes.
Will I come to this earth and go back with my name rotting on the sand of time? Or will I be in Nigeria at the end of the day? People will say, this is what I have done. Tomorrow somebody who can mention Deji Adeyanju, that Deji Adeyanju have left a legacy in the sand of time. What will you be remembered for? Will you be remembered for watching TV? Will you be remembered for supporting a government that is oppressing the citizens? I want to send this signal to every Nigerian youth that don't be afraid. The government, their intention is to ensure that they perpetually instill fear in the mind of the citizens. So you should fight that fear. Don't be afraid. Confront this government. You only have one life to live. And those that are afraid, they are the ones that died early.
Yes.
If you are not, those that are not afraid, we don't die. We have faced opposition. I was a president in Lagos State University. I was from Edo State. I was in an opposition party in the ruling government. I confronted the school management. I refused to be graduated for good 3 years because I was in opposition. But today they've cleared me because I told myself that I'm not going to be afraid of them. So irrespective of what they do to you, stand by it. Stand by the people. Because tomorrow when the government decides to face you with them,